Hello guys. This is Animator Guy 0986 here once again. And yes, I am back to uploading for almost after a month. Well, like I said in my community tab a few days ago, this video will cover some major notifications that will be coming to this channel. So first and foremostly, you guys are probably wondering about the Richards siblings and their series. Well, I am pleased to announce that the Richards siblings will be getting an update to their gang. After some considerations and thought, I decided to rename their gang to the Dark-Eyed Exterminators, just to make them sound like actual villains. So without further ado, let's take some time to meet the members. Now I don't think it would be necessary to go into too much detail about Robert, Ian and Mary, as I have already explained to you guys about these people back in January. But as a refresher, Ian is the leader of this gang. Despite Robert being the oldest of the trio, Ian is actually way more evil than the two of them combined. However, the Dark-Eyed Exterminators is co-led by Robert. Up next, we have Janet Gray, or as you might know her, the mother of Ashley Gray. Like I said back in November, she is confirmed to be a child abuser, all because Ashley took James Brown as her boyfriend. Now you guys are probably saying to yourselves, the video in which Ashley gets abused is not even released yet, so why is she joining the exterminators ahead of time? Well, to answer your question, the events of Ashley's trauma takes place on November 20th, 2022. And it is currently March, so let's just say she joined 3 months later after abusing the life out of Ashley. Up next, we have Paxton Glass, a new pedophile OC that I have created not too long ago. However, like your typical pedophile, he would groom, kidnap, and sexually harass minors. One more thing you should know about him, not only is he a pedophile, but he is a serial rapist as well. He was the main reason on the cause of death of Omar's younger sister back in 2021, but I will get into more detail later on in the video. Meet Leonardo Falcon, another member of Ian's rotten gang. So basically, he is nothing but a homophobic piece of fucking shit. He loves to torture his victims like there is no tomorrow, especially LGBTQ+ people. Fun fact, he used to be an Algebra 1 teacher, but was fired because he was caught abusing a 14-year-old bisexual boy. So Adam, I hope you are ready to take on this homophobic cunt. This is Trenton Douglas, a former businessman. So basically, he is a former businessman. His establishment got closed down due to tax fraud, larceny, embezzlement, murder, and unethical practices. So you can say he was a greedy and dishonest businessman. Nowadays, he works as the brains of the exterminators. Since he is responsible for the creation of new inventions and devices the rest of the gang would find useful in trying to achieve their goals. We now have Mackenzie Sinclair up next. However, be warned, try your very best to not go near her, especially when she is infuriated. Why is that, you may ask? Let's put it straight, she is an extreme hothead. What I mean is that she has severe anger issues, and she also has the power of literal fire as well. This means she might burn you if you piss her off. You have been warned. Now let's move on as quickly as possible. Up next, we have Amelia Huxley, the master of disguise. This woman is able to disguise as anyone just to deceive you. For example, she is able to accurately disguise as Novodrome, commit a crime while disguised, thus damaging his reputation. And Nova, if you are watching this, what I said earlier was just an example, it is not going to happen at any point. And lastly, we have Zelda Spencer, the youngest member of the exterminators. She is only 19 years old. Now, in terms of personality, she is a prankster, but the pranks she pulls are extremely sadistic and life-threatening. For example, putting thumbtacks in coffee, surprise stabbing them, and much more atrocities. Did you know that she used to be a delinquent back when she was a minor? She had bad grades and was expelled from her previous high school back when she was 16. Okay guys, you are probably wondering what their voices are. Well, I am going to reveal them in 3, 2, 1. Okay. What you have just witnessed in the previous scenes are the text-to-speech voices for the exterminators. Their date of births would be revealed in the Community tab. You guys are probably wondering who are going to take them on in order to save the land of Viant from this new threat. Well, good news, I have just created a heroic gang by the name of the Ambient Army. They are similar to the Adamantiums in a sense since it has a few cartoon characters, and one real-life person, but most of them are just OCs of mine. But without wasting any more time, let's get to know the Ambient Army, shall we? Up first, we have Seth Bartley, the leader of the Ambient Army, and the arch-enemy of Ian. He was born on February 22, 1989, he is 33 years old and is voiced by Lee. Fun fact, he and Brainiac Adam have a lot in common, however, the only difference is that he doesn't have autism and is not afraid of the mask. But other than that, he has great leadership skills, the most heroic out of his group and is well organized as a person. Up next, we have Scarlett Bartley, Seth's younger sister. She was born on July 25, 1993, she is 30 years old and is voiced by Serena. In terms of personality, she is rather an easygoing, kind-hearted and a caring woman. She is kind of similar to Euclid Evans in a sense. But however, if you try so much harming any of her family or friends, she turns into a completely different person, not a psychopath, but very aggressive like Keter Evans when he is in a bad mood. So you can say she has the personality trait of both twins. Just to remind you, they were created by Luke T. DeBoss. Up third, we have Tomcat from Tom and Jerry, and yes, this is him as a human. Don't get me wrong, but I absolutely adored Tom and Jerry as a little kid. Heck, I even grew up watching the famous cat and mouse duo. But anyways, back to the details. I have decided that on my channel that he is 37 years old, and was born on February 10, 1986. His voice would be Brandon. Now let's move on to the next character. Right here, we have Kevin MacLeod, the man known for creating most of the music we use in YouTube videos and used in video games as well. In case if you guys don't know, he was born on September 28, 1972, and he is 50 years old. If you are wondering what his voice would be in the Viant universe, his voice would be Tom. He is the only real-life person to be a member of the Ambient Army. Next up, we have Janet Dawson. She was born on July 30, 1984, she is 38 years old and is voiced by Jill. As you all know, she was created by Vance Productions, a former Vianter who has retired. As you all are aware by now, she is basically a non-traditional Viant parent. As it is shown in videos that she doesn't ground Dylan for his troublemaking, and actually cares and treats him like a normal person, even before the infamous Lamar situation. However, I will try my absolute best to keep her original personality as best as possible. Up next, we have Omar Denver, a new pedophile killer around town. He was born on May 17, 2001, he is 21 years old and he is voiced by Matthew HQ. Now, like I said earlier in the video, Paxton Glass was the main reason on why his younger sister died in 2021. Now allow me to tell you the entire story. It all started when Lexi Denver was 14 years old. She was groomed and exploited by Paxton Glass to engage in sexual conversations and exchange explicit pictures of herself. This went on for a few months, then the real tragedy came. On the day of her 15th birthday, which was on November 20, 2021, Paxton had the damn guts to kidnap and kill her as a birthday gift. As a result, she has been dead ever since. And since that awful day, Omar has been extremely hostile towards pedophiles. Ian also killed his entire family on Christmas Day in 2022. So yeah, those are the main reasons on why he is so aggressive to pedophiles as a whole. With that being said, let's meet the next recruit of the Ambient Army. Everyone, please meet Rosalina, another Mario character that I have recreated in Viant. I have decided that in my universe Rosalina is 30 years old. She was born on May 4, 1992, and is voiced by Amy. However, she will still maintain most of her original powers such as flight, levitation, magic, teleportation, and much more of her original powers in the Mario games. Just like in the Mario franchise, she will still have that mature, wise, and motherly personality. This man right here is Duke Gray, the father of Ashley Gray and the husband of Janet Gray. Sure, he may have a history of not being that great of a father to Ashley back then, but he has improved on his parenting ever since. He is strongly against Janet Gray, right after the incident and Ashley's trauma. He can be described as the parent who has had a rocky start, but has made significant improvements. He was born on August 6, 1981. He is 41 years old and he is voiced by Steven. Up next, we have Lorenzo Gale. He was born on January 11, 1983. He is 40 years old and is voiced by Daniel. As for personality, he is an anti-pedophile and anti-homophobe, which means that he absolutely loathes pedophiles and homophobic people. However, unlike Omar, he doesn't torture them, but instead, exposes them for their appalling actions. All I can say is that Marcus and Leonardo better prepare themselves for some serious exposing. And lastly, we have Pippa Town. She was born on December 27, 1998. She is 24 years old and is voiced by Julie. She is the arch-rival of Mackenzie. Fun fact, they hated each other since freshman year because Pippa was the main reason why Mackenzie got expelled after the latter committed a lot of crimes back when she was a teenager. She possesses the power of light, water and lasers, and is the total opposite of Mackenzie Sinclair. So that is all I have to say for now. I hope this video gave you some information on the dark-eyed exterminators and the ambient army. Anyways, this is me signing off. Until next time.